This is satellite media. We are live on satellite media. We are looking at what is happening in Nigeria. Currently, with me is the Tribune newspaper. Let us look at what we have here. The major headline is focusing on the issue that came up through the Endsars. We are seeing something here. Say, ECOWAS Court finds FG, that's federal government, guilty of right violations. And another one here is saying, Nigerian Tribune journalist wins International Journalism Award. Before we go into other areas, okay, Mr. Rafu, okay, yeah. I want to get your reaction because before now, there have been so many rhetorics, deniers about what transpired during the Endsars. But today, we are seeing ECOWAS Court rising to the occasion and say, yes, federal government is guilty of right violations.
Yes, one of the points I loved here you made as you were presenting, during your presentation, is Nigerian journalism losing international credibility. International awards are losing Nigerian journalism. Do you know why? Did you say it or not?
I think it was off camera.
But let me tell you, you know what? It is right. Nigerian journalism has failed. You know why? These people, these writers, these reporters are not telling the whole world the reality. If you go across Nigerian national dailies, Nigerian newspapers, go this morning, they are not telling the whole world the facts. You see what happened? I told everybody before that this administration is out to buy anybody. Anybody is everybody. No matter whom you come, where you come from, your extraction, it is cut across Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, every people. This administration is with bags of money. Our national fund revenue is at risk here because if they find out that this person will do us this, so they will call you and give you money. But you know where I'm blaming our journalism. Why must you collect money and still refrain from saying the truth, telling the world the truth? Collect your money. The money is Nigerian money. It's from our resources. Tell the whole world the reality. Tell the world the reality. I don't think anybody can come around and arrest you. I don't want to understand. So with the report now they are giving the world is wrong. ECOWAS is saying the truth. But let me tell you one point. ECOWAS since 2005/6 still interfering with on Nigerian issue. Why? Do you know where I'm going? I know about Endsars. That is only ECOWAS that is going to give the people, the victims' family, justice. I said it 3 years ago. Do you know what happened? Pastor Matthew. Ranging from what transpired in 2026, 25 to 26 on Apple 6 in Abuja. Thank you. The ECOWAS Court gave the Igbo families justice. ECOWAS Court has given the victims' family justice. Tanko Mohammed is out because of the kind of judgment he delivered on the innocent, against the innocent, the victims that were killed. Yes, he gave them justice. He did not give them justice. He deviated. He set the policemen that committed that started crime free. Then ECOWAS came in because the victims' family, they had what? Competent legal teams. And ECOWAS did the needful. So it was that time, the ECOWAS committee I'm talking about here should have known then that Nigerian nation is what? Violating human rights. Now, currently, what happened 3 years ago has proven that the victims of Endsars, their families are still riddling in pain, no compensation. Even America could not even be apprehensive that Human rights were violated. People were killed illegally. I think Nigerian government, but US government. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. Because America, I know, should have come as quickly as possible to intervene. But they used money, they bought CNN. It was only France 24 that reported clearly what happened when they used water tankers to clear the mess. The mess at the Lekki toll gate. As early as 3 a.m. France 24 show it. CNN deviated because they bid price. CNN collected it. It is too obvious because CNN, I know, did not actually come out again and say this and that. But France 24 did. Now listen to me. What I'm trying to say is that justice is coming. Not only that of Endsars. Tinubu is going to face it. Can Tinubu tell us why? What happened at Tollgate? One of our members, a good members in Brazil, I don't want to mention them, he said, can Tinubu come out and tell us what happened at Endsars? Why is it that Vivo, as a governor of Badibo, because as he's from Igbo extraction, he lost while he won. He said Tinubu government should tell the world, address to the whole world, who brought the soldiers from the barracks. And they did, this Nigerian military did what they did at Lekki toll gate. And today, the whole world has turned their back on that kind of cruel action, operation by the Nigerian military.
Okay, Mr. Adam, there's something I want to ask you.
We are looking forward for ECOWAS to come and nail this government because they have violated lots and lots of human rights in Nigeria.
What does it mean for the image of Nigeria in the international community?
It's an image that has been battered over the years. It's an image that has been painted black and blue on the basis of clarity. You can't say it's wrong. I listen to me. Nigerian international image is needed laundering, serious laundering, as I'm talking to you now. But it has gotten out of hand. It has gotten to the malignant stage. There's no how you launder Nigerian image now that the West will not know that we are not getting it right here. Okay? Nigerian image internationally is not. Which word am I going to use? Okay? There's no how. It is paranoid. It is bad. It is incurable. There's no how you launder it to get it right, or give it better narratives to the international communities. Our narratives is needed to be rewritten. Our images, Nigerian image is needed to be what? Laundered. But no how. There's no way you should do it. Once Fulani nation is there, once Fulani nation is there, once the elites in the north that brought Boko Haram and the bandits cannot come out and tell the whole world how come about ISIS, ISWAP, Boko Haram, herdsmen terrorism in Nigeria, once they remain there without telling the world how far, Nigeria international image remains the most battered, the most smelly, the most, let me tell you, unsightly dirty in the history of the world as I'm talking to you now.
Permit me to take you to another area, Mr. Ram. And since something here, don't forget that we have a tribune with us here.
Yeah.
It's a food insecurity. Tinubu is trapped in the villa. Ndume alleges. The rider is saying, okay, says president not aware of grim realities in the country. Federal government roll out measures to crash food prices in 180 days. From what Duba is saying, alleging that Tinubu is trapped in the villa. Perhaps because he doesn't want to come out for people to start maybe looking at him as someone who has not been able to solve the problem.
The problem is above Tinubu. What this intervenes is that Tinubu is in a serious dilemma. That's what it means. It doesn't mean that they barricaded him or locked the door. This is a figure of speech. And we should begin to understand the fact that the problem has gotten out of control. And Tinubu doesn't know what to do again. That's where it's leading to. By kicking off Ministry of Livestock, you will know that some persons are facing him with dangerous weapons, if not verbally, physically, or technologically. So the man cannot come out again. He has another area. Tinubu is beginning to bury his face in shame. Because what he bragged and promised Nigerians will be all right within 6 months is escalating to 1 year, and is now more than 14 months.
So we are seeing an intervention from the government saying we are going to make free grains, importation of grain.
I know that's where you are coming from. Okay, I know that's where you are coming from. I know that's where you are coming from. Listen and listen good. Listen and listen good. You are making all this free. Entrance from the border, right? And you are a giant of Africa blessed with arable lands. The most, let me tell you, the most, might use the word, thriving, arable land in West Africa. Listen, our land in the north, they are more arable than the land in Mali, Senegambia. You know what we mean by arable? It's a land whereby you plot anything, you cultivate any crop, it grows. Lettuce, grains, tubers, any crop. I don't know what I understand what I mean. So what I'm trying to say is that why opening the border? As we are opening the border for all these grains to come in, you embark on agricultural irrigation, production. Up to exportation level. It shouldn't be only allowing Hausa man, Igbo man, Yoruba man to cultivate for, a quantity that is only good for the management or consumption within their families. What I mean here is cultivate a quantity that you can export, commercial quantities. So let me tell you, I accept it to say if rice and grain, other grains come in, we are going to be eating fat, Abi. Thank you. Teach me.
That's a good one for the president.
Wait now. Let me finish. Okay, wait. Okay, wait for me now. Okay, if you want to give me fish, after giving me fish, teach me to fish. Or after teaching me to fish, you can give me fish. That's where I stand. If you open this port, customs are there to obtain the traders, the importers. Police, BMI, they are there to collect their oath. Okay? I've been in the port for how many years? All manners of federal security agencies are at the Badagry axis, or water axis, Iduroko, where we have borders with West African countries. There, all the tariffs being paid on these grains are still going to reflect on the consumption, where retailers will be gnashing their teeth. Don't expect a bag of rice to come down as it was during the time of Jonathan, because custom will eat money, DMI will eat money, police will eat money, immigration will eat money, quarantine will eat money. What are you telling me? So by mere opening the border, Nigerian consumers should not expect it to be like the time of Jonathan. But if Nigerians could evolve or venture into agricultural revolution, there will be food. In a situation whereby Lagos State will have acres and hectares of land to cultivate. Nigerian government will have hectares and thousands upon millions of land to cultivate. We will have farmers all over the country sponsored by federal government of Nigeria, irrespective of your ethnicity. They give you money, subsidize the interest. You use the money after cultivation, you return it back with small mega interest. That is what China is doing. Israel has been doing it right from the word go. That's why Israel is the highest on agriculture. Today, if Nigeria want to get it better, after opening the border, you embark on agricultural revolution. I don't know where I understand where I'm going. So that's why I'm not moved. If they allow rice to be 40,000, many people will still not afford it. If they allow rice to be 35,000, many Nigerians cannot still afford it. What will afford it is, when we will afford it, the affordability begins with production, manufacturing. That's what I mean here. That's what I mean. So let me tell you, I don't hail anybody that is not doing the right thing. I don't buy into illegality, illegitimacy, because I have my conscience here. If I do, backing what is bad, nobody will take care of my medication, because they say, I believe, conscience is an open wound. It's an open wound. That's why I'm always truthful and blunt.
I must say a very big thank you, Mr. Rap Mbechi. Let me have Mr. Riwan. Mr. Riwan, you are welcome to this program. We are live on satellite media. I'm taking you to issue that happened in Nigeria. I think that was in 2019 or so. I'm talking about Endsars.
Okay,
because there were so many, 2020 to be precise, there were so many controversies then. The government at the point disregarded and feel that nothing bad happened. That we are seeing surprise from ECOWAS Court. He said ECOWAS Court finds FG, that's federal government, guilty of right violations.
Yes, it's an eye opener, and for all those people that are that are backing the government or that back the government, now let them come and you see, politicians are our greatest politics are our greatest undoing. Politicians are our greatest enemy. Know this, and then you're going to have rest of mind. Know this, then you're going to have least or less expectations from the politicians. So they are our greatest enemies in quote. Because Endsars, the government is right to now ECOWAS after many years. ECOWAS again, is it not coming too late? But like I said, justice is not too late. When I saw yesterday on Twitter, I was very happy because I was very happy because it has now become, oh yes, the citizens have been right, government is wrong and everything. So it's a welcome development. ECOWAS Court, we beat you for the first time. You can say, okay, now you're having confidence, but this is a regional court. ECOWAS, Economic Committee of West African States, not just Nigeria. So it's a regional it's a welcome development for me. And then the government should not act on this. So that going forward, I look at going forward. So going forward, this kind of right violations will not repeat itself anymore.
I want to ask you, what does it mean for the image of Nigeria and the international community?
That's very, very bad. You know, I like to make fun of my language every morning. That if you don't respect your own person, your family person, your family, and after that we never respect that same person. So if our government can be treated like this, then what's our hope? When you are going to hear, I'm on Twitter every day. Oh, Benin Republico, 45 Nigerian people are in prison. In Ghana, 5 people are in prison. In Kenya, why? Because even our government are not respecting us in our country. Then how do you expect foreign nations, sister countries, respect us? So going forward, it's very, very simple. Government, make sure that like it is in the constitution, the right of Nigeria should be respected. We have this human right as Nigeria. That right should be respected. So if you respect us as Nigeria in our own country, Nigeria, then you cannot say outside we can respect Americans are seated in America first. That's why America will say, oh, I'm still America. Same to the UK, same to Russia, with China, with those nations. But here you are in Nigeria, somebody can come and slap you and the security man, and you can't do anything and they walk away with it. And then let me like if I now go to Kenya, to even Ghana, to Benin, to Togo, even to Niger, I won't be disrespected. No, because even in my house, in my home, in my nation, I'm not being respected. So it is so it is good. Going forward, our like I said earlier, our government should respect us. Emphasis on human rights, no more conditions. You have right to life, right to freedom of speech, right to good living, right to vote, right to live in any part of the nation. So this right should be respected, and then you have to start going forward. It will be in our own best interest that yes, Nigeria is moving forward, and then you can say, okay, we are expecting good things, we are expecting good news in Nigeria.
Okay, now let us look at this. Let us just oppose this with the attitude of Nigerian government each time there's issue of human rights violation. Because that there were so many instances in the past where international bodies like some human rights organizations, like I'm trying to remember this international body that talks about human rights violation. But the point I'm trying to make is this: each time we see human rights violation issues raised, federal government often are talking about Amnesty International.
Yes.
There are so many instances where Amnesty International will raise issue of human rights violation on the part of Nigerian security agencies, maybe the police, the army, the navy, and federal government will always wave it off and perhaps tag Amnesty International as a particular organization. Don't you think federal government will want to rubbish ECOWAS Court?
No, you are right. Even if they don't, even if they don't do it officially, you know what you know in Nigeria, they might pay in quotes some influencers, and they are going to see all this gig and everything, and them trying to like just only contact that they trying to twist the narrative, twist the fact to suit their own personal interest. So, like I always say, you see, our government here, you see every dissenting voices as opposition. For example, we saw how even our president said that that is how we saw NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress. He said it as opposition that he want to contest. People are fighting for minimum wage, for good standard of living for Nigerians. Then the government is now seeing them as opposition. So, like you said, we might start seeing some gigs on Twitter. Twitter is the place that you see all those things the most. You may pay some so-called influencers, start telling you, Amnesty is against us, ECOWAS is against us, and people will buy into it. But what I want to see is that I keep emphasizing this thing. I know what we are hearing, how Nigerians how they are being treated abroad. So I see Nigerians trying to in Kenya, they arrest 5 Nigerians, it's not good. I ask them, go back home. Hello, even in your home, you have not been treated with dignity. You have not been treated with respect. How do I expect an outsider to treat with respect and dignity? You understand? So I'm looking at it from this way. From now on, the government should see these people not as opposition but as citizens. And whatever we say, they should go and sit down and think about it. Where are they coming from? Is it true or not true? Not just coming out and start attacking dissenting voices. No nation, no country, no forward thinking country or leaders in the 21st century can be thinking or can be seeing dissenting voices as opposition. That country, I don't think the future is bright for such a nation.
I think I must say very thank you for your time, Mr. Ariwa.
Thank you so much.
We hope to have you next time. Before we have Mr. Chinedu Michael, let us understand that as a people, as citizens of Nigeria, we need to respect rule of law. Whether on the part of government, whether on the part of individuals, it behoves on the government particularly to respect the rule of law. And like I was asking Mr. Ariwan, we understand that Nigerian government is quick as to accuse anybody when the issue of human rights violation arises, perhaps against the government or against any of the agents of government. I'm talking about maybe the police, the army, and as the case may be. But this time around, I seen ECOWAS Court rising to the occasion, saying yes, during the Endsars, there was actually violation of human rights. But before I continue, let me have a renowned political affairs analyst in the person of Chinedu Michael. Mr. Chinedu Michael, you are welcome to this program. We are live on satellite media.
Yes, this is satellite media. I hope say una dey watch. This is not whether we are watching Dubai, America, US, UK live. You cannot get this revolution in terms of what is happening in Nigeria today. You can only expect it live on this platform. Whether you are in UK, anywhere we are watching now, this is not all these conventional government-prone media houses. This is where you get it raw. You know, we are moving from the street, and the street, all over the world, go and look at the history of those who managed, who successfully, come from the street. Talking about Osime, Wizkid, even Bill Gates himself. Elon Musk. Go and look at the Cristiano Ronaldo. All these butter boys, they don't fit take transform Nigeria. Now we go transform Nigeria by ourselves, and that is what we are doing. The game has started. #end bad government. Wherever you are, it is trending, it's coming, and you can see what is happening in Natsurok. I can tell you correctly now that it looks like the president has gone. You know what I mean. I don't want to mention them, but we are back on the business of today. Trying to tell Nigerians all over the world that if Nigeria really need to work, then the country need to work for Nigerians, and Nigerians need to work for the country. And if the country refuses to work for Nigerians, Nigerians will refuse to work for the country. It's as simple as that.
Okay, now the cruise of the matter. But before we go into the ECOWAS issue, some people are already insinuating that this perhaps is the reason we are seeing agitation from some groups, maybe Nnamdi Kanu, Samanekpa, trying to secede from Nigeria because of all these human rights violations and not subjecting the government, not subjecting itself to the rule of law. What is it?
No, you looked as if nothing is happening. Nobody's watching. Nobody's taking note. Nobody's taking record. No, nobody's taking record. They are just there doing whatever they feel like doing. They are just like, anytime they come out, they will carry microphone. Fellow Nigerians, Nigeria, we are borrowing $250 billion, and we are going to embark on fake Calabar-Lagos Railroad. All the projects fake. For how many years now? Electricity bill, fake. Electricity budget, fake. Agriculture, fake. Everything about Nigeria, fake. And you say people are not watching. No, I'm asking you now. People are watching. The whole world is watching. The day Tinubu fell at Democracy Day, people saw it. You want to tell me that people did not see it? They saw it.
No, what I'm watching.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm telling you, they are seeing it. It's violation. And you see your people. Okay, allow me to talk. This is a very sensitive issue. If there's no rule of law, if there's no rule of law, there is no government. Every democratically elected government is based on rule of law. If there's no rule of law, there's no government. If there's no fundamental human right, there is no government, there's no development, nothing. 800 multinationals, close to 1,000 multinationals have left Nigeria under Tinubu's one-year administration. And you say people are not watching. So, what I'm telling you today is that it looks as if they are not seeing what they are doing to Biafrans in Nigeria. It looks as if the world, they pretend, America, Canada, Australia, Japan, China, they are not seeing what is happening in Nigeria. They are not seeing the danger, the damage, the manipulation, the injustice, the oppression and suppression of Biafrans in Nigeria. You say they are not watching. One day, monkey go market, go come back. One day, the center will no longer hold. They are watching those things. And remember, if Africa as a continent that has an umbrella union called the AU and regional organizations like ECOWAS, who are supposed to be responsible for democracy, who are supposed to be responsible for the principles that establish the nature of humanity, the principle that establish government of the people, then we don't have political philosophers, we don't have political theories, we don't have anybody, anything to look up to study. Refuge. When you talk about wickedness, it's been seen what is really wrong with the black man. That's what the essence of this. And that is why you are seeing Burkina Faso, you are seeing Mali, you are seeing Niger, you are seeing Senegal saying they are not part of Africa again. That's what they're saying. They told Tinubu. They even want it. Some other countries like Togo, Benin, and all these mushroom countries, the West Africa countries, sorry to say, want him because the economy of those West Africa want him because the economy of those West African countries are collapsing. As a result of trial error of this economy. As a result of trial error of this economy, Tinubu is running today. And that was why when he came back, he said, go and open border, go and open border, go and open border. You don't know what transpired in the last ECOWAS meeting. Tinubu himself could not stand the heat that was coming.
That could have been the reason Nduma is saying this.
Bro, he's telling you that the man has gone underground, that the ministers are no longer bringing breeze for him. The fear of what is coming. You don't know what is coming.
Nduma is saying food insecurity, Tinubu trap.
Oga, you don't. Oga, leave what Ndume. I'm not talking from what Ndume said. I am talking based on reality on ground, based on the danger Nigerians are facing, and based on the consequences of the danger at the end of the day. That's why I don't need to consult Ndume. You don't need to read what Ndume said before I begin to, give my own little view about how to salvage if they are not ready to salvage. Nigeria should balkanize peacefully, and that's what they are telling. That's what they told him at the just concluded ECOWAS meeting conference where he was re-elected. Anyway, you understand? And certain conditions were being met, and certain things were being told to him, were being said very clearly that they might likely join the Confederate Treaty signed by Mali, Burkina Faso, Senegal, and Niger. When you start seeing Togo go India, when you start seeing Ghana go India, where will be ECOWAS at the end of the day? And the fear of the rising of the Prince of Africa, I don't want to mention them now, I'm still working on that, when it will rise, it will become, if they're telling you about violations, that the president himself is trapped, do you know what it means? It means that a lot of things went around, a lot of things played out during the ECOWAS meeting. A lot of threat was given to him. A lot of things happened. So Tinubu came back and went into hiding because everything that was said in that meeting, ECOWAS meeting, I don't want to mention it, but it was about the rising Prince of Africa.
Okay, now if I may ask you this, Mr. Michael, what does it mean for the image of Nigeria and the international community?
It has battered already now. This is damage control, and unfortunately, it has failed. Pure damage control. That's what he's doing. Trial and error. He said it now. People are saying, I said the ministers, Tinubu's ministers can no longer come to him and give him reports because they are afraid. Where do we start from? Nigerians are hungry.
Now there's angle I want to.
Okay, Nigerians are hungry. Not angle. Nigerians are hungry.
No, I'm not in Nigeria with you. There's another I want to bring. Remember that Nigerian government is quick to raise issues anytime there's allegation, accusation of right violation, human rights violation against Nigerian security agencies or against the government itself. I'm talking about, we are saying things in the past. I'm coming, Mr. Michael. I know where you stand. We know that there are so many instances where Amnesty International, we are Nigerian Army, Nigerian Air Force, police, of human rights violations. Our father's man is always going to rise and say Amnesty International is a partisan organization. Now we are seeing a regional court, ECOWAS Court, finding federal government guilty of human rights violations.
Are they just waking up? Is ECOWAS? Are they just waking up? Are they just waking up? Okay.
Do you think federal government will look for a way to legitimize ECOWAS Court and despise ECOWAS Court?
That is why I love somebody like Fela, because Fela does not know how to manage words. You understand? When you understand where we are, you don't need to be asking, because we are looking for a way to do away. We are looking for a way to hide and to do away ECOWAS and AU, because they saw that they have become very irrelevant. An ECOWAS organization and a regional bloc like ECOWAS, you understand, are sitting down there where somebody was kidnapped in Kenya and brought and being hidden in Asurok. They are there. Britain is also there. When a Commonwealth nation was involved in illegality because they are of crude oil, we know what is happening. We know that the British utmost interest is not how a black man will rise. It's not how a black man will transform. It's not how a black man will unveil himself. His ultimate interest in Nigeria, British ultimate interest in Nigeria is crude oil. And NNPC have not accounted for all the crude oil sales in Nigeria for 104 years today.
The NNPC do not belong to Britain.
That's what I'm telling you now, because they use it, you know, as a point, you know, they establish it, you know, to use it to loot, to use it to achieve their aim. Go and read the book, Economic Saboteurs in Africa. Britain, Shell, those are CIA agents. They're using an NPC. How can we have an NPC and they cannot account for the sales of crude oil? That is why Sanusi is asking every day, where is the money from crude oil sales? Where do you go to? Nobody can be able to account it today. That is violation. That is violation. There are so many violations.
Okay, seeing that this is the situation, what do you think the government need to do, or that the people need to do, at least to get justice for those that their rights were violated?
No, there's no need, because it has even expired. The people has become, you know, violation themselves. You know, the people have become what was created already. What we are saying is that, you know, to avoid this kind of a thing, give freedom, support freedom. The most violated tribe in Nigeria, as I'm talking to you today, are the Igbos, are the Biafrans. The most violated tribe. Go and check the history, go and check the record. When they were trying to assemble Nigeria, they did not invite Igbo man. No. The Igbo man is not in that list. Go and check the record are there. 70% of them are Hausas, Fulanis. 30% are Yorubas. But they sent 3 in 1. They coupled Azikiwe together and brought him to become ceremonial president because of crude oil. And we are saying such stance, let us still stand on that. Let us stand on that. Since, you know, upon consulted Igbo man to be part of Nigeria, we have every right to move out. And that's why you see extreme violation. If you come to tax, Igbo man is being targeted. If you come to business, Igbo man is being targeted. If you come to housing, Igbo man is being targeted. In everything, Igbo man is being targeted. So, and that is why Mali is saying that we cannot be part of this. So it's better the life of Ibrahim Traore stand his ground, because that will actually liberate the selfish nature attached to Igbo man, to Africa, black man leadership in Africa. That's the way to go. The violation they are talking about in Nigeria, in Africa, is about the wickedness meted to the most successful and most resilient race in Africa. And of course, that's why they said they were mentioning it in ECOWAS, but I don't want to mention them, you know, whether it's by omission or omission. They say that the prince of Africa, they told Tinubu now, leave Nnamdi Kanu alone. They are going to enjoy a bilateral relationship, not with ECOWAS. The politics in the world is changing. You can see what is happening in Ukraine and Russia. You can see in the Middle East, you know, the Israeli Hamas, Iran, Hezbollah, Lebanon war. How many of them now? In West Africa, they are trying to pull out because of the over-influence and damage of World Bank policies and IMF policies on Africa. And the Biafrans cannot be part of. See, we don't oppress people. Every Berugo Bere, in case you be able to, that's the Igbo culture.
I think I must say very thank you for your time. I think we hope to have you next time. Mr. John, let's briefly have you. We are looking at federal government using in ECOWAS Court regarding the Endsars. You remember Endsars of 2020, where the people were protesting against police brutality. The court have ruled that yes, federal government violated the right of Nigeria. This means justice for Nigeria. What do you think the government should do? Should pay them compensation or what?
Yes, I think so. Because if you think what happened that time, Endsars, the masses, I mean the youth come out to fight for the right of one of Nigeria. That's what they fight for. That's what they come out to fight for. What that Endsars is. Yes, our government is very guilty. They are very guilty. That's why you can see what happened in ECOWAS. That's what they can do. Now, of course, they're supposed to compensate them. Compensate this, those who beat it. The people that Nigerian soldier, Nigerian soldier kill. The families, and the people that the children and the families, they have to, the government have to compensate them. They're supposed to compensate them. That is the best in Nigeria. Come to Nigeria. Nigeria is always, they're always, different. The place is always different. Always different. I don't see good thing coming out from Nigeria. They'll come to that one and they will turn it upside down. They will turn it upside down. I don't see them, compensate those people. I said Nigeria is so wicked. Our leaders are so wicked. They are very wicked. They are evil. They are evil. They can never think about those people. Because of their selfish interest. They can never think about those people. They don't know the truth. But they don't want to hear the truth. The truth, the truth that the masses are come out of them. The fact, the common man and then the common youth. They come out to find the truth. That is enough for those mess. For those mess are passing in this country. How can you be in your country cannot be free? How can you work in your country? In an advanced country like this? But I cannot put Nigeria in an advanced country.
So I must say thank you for your time. Yes. Because of time, let us have some other questions. I want to have it time. Mr. Oluwawan of Oba.
Morning.
Let us have it.
What's happening here?
ECOWAS Court is saying, Nigerian government, you are guilty. You violated the right of Nigerians who were involved in Endsars protest.
See, who is ECOWAS Court? It's a regional court. Okay, now ECOWAS are the one that re-elected the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Re-elected as a chairman of their house. Now, 2 days after, I say, founded guilty. See, they are bed of the same feather. You also say, okay, what's the meaning of say they are found guilty? Are they going to suspend Nigeria from ECOWAS, or they are going to find Nigeria? All those language, you have no purity. It's a zero talk.
No, the question now is...
It's just letting me to be happy, say they don't find a guilty. Find guilty for what?
But the question
is... the deed has been done. They are killing people many years ago. They massacre our people, our youth. Just like that. Now they talk. See, let us be frank with us. See, ECOWAS, all of them, they are not fighting for the reality of humanity. They are fighting for you and I. All those language don't go to your core. Okay, since that time, they never kill. All killing. Or then take them. They won't take them. Or they must take them. See, all those talk, I can't be clapping hands for their language because nobody today will hear them because they're not getting you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Oluwawan. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
I think this is a good place to let it go. I am Mr. Matthew, but let us quickly understand that as a government, it behoves on the government to respect the rights of citizens, and that where there is human violation, the personnel who are assigned with responsibility of enforcing law and order should do it within the ambit of the law. Should always make sure they do it regarding the rule of engagement, and where there is right violation, the government should be quick in bringing anyone who have done that to book as a deterrent to others. But let me quickly thank our esteemed viewers, particularly those that join us online. I can see Mr. Cyprian Ukadi saying, good job, Mr. Oluku. I can see a host of others, but I must say a very big thank you for your time. I think this is a good place to let it go. Once more, thank you for your time. This is Satellite Media, and I am Martin.
Are you done? It's still life. You know interview me.
Threatening to read.
And it goes into
Look at let's